So
did he enjoy it? That's why I was asking.
yeah.
What's great about it, Jordan?
That was nice. It was good. Yeah.
Luke, is there a particular aspect of your growth on or off the court here that you're most proud of?
I mean, honestly, I would just think like, honestly, for me and my wife and our family and stuff like that, like I got traded here 2 weeks after our first daughter was born, and so like there's a lot of time of just like I feel like growing as a couple and as a family, and obviously with all the relationships with people here. So I mean, I kind of just look to it as that, and honestly, it's like kind of like the really start of our family and a lot of years here in that respect.
And when they first approached you about changing your game offensively, was there a moment where you realized you could take your career to the level it's at now?
I mean, frankly, not really. And honestly, like, well, like, initially thing was it was just kind of about figuring out whatever could help. I don't like feel like they were really adamant about looking one way or the other as much as just trying to fit in and help the team whatever I was able to. So, yeah, I mean, I feel like honestly like, that's kind of what it was. And obviously we were able to have some success here, and it was like an awesome part to be a part of. And but yeah, I had no idea, it ultimately ended up here. Like at the time, I was just trying to somehow figure out a way to stay in the NBA. When I came to Maine, it was just like, well, let's see if we can give another shot at this. And obviously, it's been able to have quite a run since then. So I was just thankful to be able to be playing like each year, honestly, and just taking it for that one at a time.
What went into the decision to sign with the Spurs over the offseason? Were there a lot of talks about coming back to Boston? How tough was the decision?
Yeah, no, it's definitely ultimately it's kind of between here and Boston, San Antonio and Boston, and I feel like honestly just a lot of conversations with my wife and kind of feeling just like, I mean, honestly a lot of prayer and just different conversations and kind of realization of where we are in life, and I mean it was frankly very difficult to leave in a lot of the relationships, but I think just kind of feeling like in a different part of life and kind of being open to like wherever God kind of willed us, and I feel like it's just where it took us, and you sort of accept it and just take that step forward, and then just try to keep figuring it out from there.
What's the impression of the Celtics? You got to watch them last night. I'm sure you've watched them from afar this year. What stands out about them to you?
I think just honestly the energy and force and movement and kind of like chaos that they're playing with a little bit. I feel like there's just a lot of they've got a lot of like obviously like the younger wings playing and stuff, which like just a lot of like energy in that respect. And I feel like everyone kind of just picking up kind of more of the load offensively and stuff. It's honestly been cool to see them. They play just fast and free and aggressive. And I think a lot more kind of just like reacting live and stuff, which is cool to see. Obviously, there's a lot of smart players here, so the ability to do that. Obviously, Jalen's been incredible, and everyone's kind of like assumed a larger role. Nimi's been awesome, so it's been cool to kind of see everybody sort of like take that next step for themselves and for the team.
What's your guys in the last glue between you and Allen? Success from last year. Are you surprised at all at the amount of success they've been able to have this season?
I mean, I think it's like an interesting part of obviously like there's such a large group of the team to be changing, so like you don't really know what it was looking like, and obviously there's still just a lot of very capable players, and I think them kind of just being like adaptable to like, all right, what does this need to look like now? I honestly like with Nimi being able to play more, I was like happy for him and knowing that like he was going to be able to like take on a lot more responsibility, and he's a really good player. So you obviously don't know like what exactly it's going to look like, and it looked like so consistent a certain way for several years that it's just going to be like a time change. But I feel like the energy and force that they're playing with and kind of the freedom everyone's playing with. I mean, you never know exactly, but like you're happy to see that it's different for you.
What are your expectations? Are you getting one? Like, did you get any insight?
I don't know. I have a couple. I have a couple options. Like genuinely embrace the moment. Have something planned funnily in response, which is a little forced, or turn heel. So I'm not sure which route. Yeah, but you got to keep people on their toes, Probably going to be the first one, which is going to be lame and whatever. But I mean, I don't know. I'm more proud of my off-the-court content than I was with the on-court content. So I don't think that really plays as well, though, in an arena. So, shout out to whoever's editing the video, if there is one. I imagine, frankly, I'll be honest, I imagine there's going to be one. Especially in these times of days, For those potential Hall of Famers like myself, then it's like, you kind of expect it at a certain point. But, yeah.
What would you put in your tribute video?
What would I put in it?
Especially off the court.
Well, I don't think we have a lot of footage of my training room trivia and weight room trivia domination, but I would want it to be a lot more of that, which I don't think people are going to find as engaging of content. So, yeah.
Jace has the record.
Actually, just run the Derek White slander ad, and then that was my opus. I feel like it was the high point. It was all downhill from there.
What was your trivia moment you were most proud of? Like something, one that you nailed or time you really.
I mean, to a certain extent, like like when you throw like shutouts and you throw for 4 touchdowns and 300 yards every day, it's kind of just like the expectation that those things don't really stand out to you much. It's really the more the embarrassing moments that really stick with you. And there's one that I'm haunted by with Derek that he would be able to tell you because he doesn't let me live it down. So it's really the ones that get away that stick with you more, I think, frankly. And that would be the University of Miami football roster from like 2000 or 90s or whatever it was. That was a tough day for me. Yeah.